Have you ever really stopped to think about the entire universe that's living and breathing inside your own head? Well, in this explainer, we're going to do just that. We're diving deep into some seriously poetic song lyrics that try to map out this incredibly complex, totally private world. A place that, can be both your safest sanctuary and your biggest battlefield. And this is the line that kicks everything off. It sounds so simple, right? There is a world inside our heads. But it sets a really powerful stage. The songwriter isn't just talking about, a few random thoughts. They're making a huge claim that what we have inside our mind is a complete functioning world. So what's the first rule of this inner world? What's its most defining feature? Well, according to the lyrics, it's the fact that it is absolutely 100% private. Yeah, we're told this is a place that no one inhibits. Just let that sink in for a second. The power in that statement is immense. It is literally the only space in the entire universe where you are completely free, where there's no outside judgment, no influence. It's the only place your true, authentic self can just be. Okay, so if it's a world, it has to have a population, right? It can't be empty. So who, or maybe what, is actually living in there with you? The song gives us this really fascinating cast of characters. And just look at this list. It's such a wild mix. You've got weird notions, those bizarre ideas that just pop into your head and disappear. Then you have tenants and inhabitants, which sounds a lot more permanent, doesn't it? Like those are your core beliefs, maybe your deepest fears. And then things get a little messy with loud voices and straight-up disorder. This right here tells us our inner world is definitely not always some peaceful Zen garden. The fact that loud voices and disorder are on the list paints a picture of a super busy, sometimes clashing internal city. It's a place of constant activity, endless debate, and a whole lot of chaos. And all that chaos actually points to a much deeper truth about this world in our heads. It is a place of incredible extremes, a place where total opposites live side by side. The lyrics capture this perfectly with a really stark contrast: fun and torture. Think about that. Our mind is the playground for our greatest joy, our craziest creativity, but it's also the arena for our deepest pain, our worst anxieties. Both of those things exist in the exact same space. And this duality, it goes way beyond just feelings. We're also told it's a place of success and crisis. Our inner world is where we map out our biggest victories, right? But it's also the exact same place where we have to wrestle with our failures and try to make sense of a crisis. But here's the key. These opposites aren't just bouncing around randomly like pinballs. The lyrics tell us this is where themes are woven. It means our mind is always working, always connecting the dots, stitching the fun and the torture, the success and the crisis, all of it, into the ongoing story of who we are. So this whole journey through our inner landscape, its privacy, its weird inhabitants, its crazy dualities, it's all been building to one final, kind of mind-bending conclusion from the song. After digging through all of this internal complexity, all this chaos and beauty, the lyrics suggest that we end up at a huge, profound realization. Not just about ourselves, but about the very nature of existence. And there it is. The song suggests that this deep dive inward leads to a realization of life simulation. I mean, wow, that's a pretty heavy idea to leave us with. So what on earth does that actually mean? Well, the song seems to be saying that by understanding this inner world, this place where we weave together joy and pain, success and failure, we finally get it. We realize our perception of reality isn't, real. It's not direct. It's an incredibly elaborate construct, filtered and built entirely inside our own heads. In a way, our entire experience of life is just a simulation running on the hardware of our brain. So, as we wrap this up, the song kind of turns the microphone back to us. It leaves us with a question. We've explored the world laid out in the lyrics, but what about your world? Who are the tenants, the loud voices, and all the other inhabitants that are living in that totally private universe inside your head?